In this tutorial of the Word Bible software, we will be discussing Book View settings. So in this one, we're going to go ahead and go open the Word. And in the Word, you will see down here, John 1:1 and Robertson's Word Pictures commentaries open. Let's go into a few items inside the book view. First off, you will note the various commentaries that are listed here. You can check out all modules, dictionaries, commentaries, books, maps and graphics, reading plans, and define module sets. Define module sets will probably be a tutorial for another time. Let's look at a few items here under options. Under options, we have reader's background image. So this is, we've talked briefly about. Let's go ahead and select one. And in here, there's a few different ones that come with the word. For example, you could do like something like this. And yes, we do. And you can see now here in the background, it has various backgrounds, a texture there. And you can apply different ones. Let's return it to what I had before and go no image. And I do it like a light brown here. Light brown, tan, gray. Let's continue onward. Going back into options, we have a background color. We've done that before in another tutorial. Reader's margins. For example, this is set to offset in pixels 5. Let's set it to 25 just to see what it does. Note now that there's an offset here inside the book view. We'll restore that one again. And you can do several other things here. You can do top, right, bottom, etc. Let's return it to 5. You also have equal value if you want, or reset to default. Go to OK. Back again under options, we have fuzzy matching for topics. So basically, if you are have a dictionary open like over here, and you looked up a word under the net, let's go to the word God here, and it brings up a Strong's number, and it tries to match it as best it can. Using fuzzy matching, let's return over here again to other options. Highlight button background. So you can note if I turn that off, it's not highlighted in yellow here. Let's return that again. And now we have it in yellow. These are the ones that the dictionaries, commentaries, books, etc. that will match the topics there. Okay, go back in. Again, options. Once again, show B stands for book, C stands for chapter, and V stands for verse. And so right in here, you'll notice something's missing now. Let's restore that. Go back to book, turn those back on, and you'll note now that Robertson Word Pictures has a book level. So John here has book level comment. Also has a verse level for John 1:5. But right now there's no chapter comments in this particular book. We could go jump over here, and this one has just book and chapter, and maybe even has verse. No, it does not in this particular instance. Returning to Robertson Word Pictures. Go back down into options again. Tabs in multiple rows. This would be more if you had more. Let's see if we were to open all modules. Let's turn that back on. And you can see they're in multiple rows here. Or if you like it like this, you can turn it off and then you can look over here and it'll bring them up in a list here. Returning to this, back to options again. Moved used items when in a single row. So maybe you could go with how more of a alphabetical sorting, or when it's ones that you're using from time to time. Let's see, let's try to do this one. Let's see what happens here. Maybe over time it could move it. Oops, cancel. As it's being used, or move it into the view of the items that you were using. For example, I'll go over here and I want to use TSK. See, and it moves it back in there. Return to Robertson Word Pictures. Let's put this back on commentaries. Go back into options. We pretty much have covered everything inside options. Now, let's continue on to module properties. So, for example, this would be great if you're working on a paper or you're working on a message and you need to know, okay, who's the author, what's the title of this commentary or book, maybe you want a brief description, and you can see if what version it is, and maybe what language it is. It's a commentary type. Its format's RTF. File name, if you want to jump down the file name of the full of that commentary, maybe you want to look it up more. And if, for example, you can see here it is, and things like that. Let's continue on. The person that made this particular module, if you need to get in touch with him for some, maybe a bug or maybe a comment, or maybe you want to encourage them, contributors, source, status, and the version history here. We also have, so you can see down at the bottom the version history here. We also have here under settings, actions, some other more advanced, if you want to edit it, if it's a user module, things like that, some other things. These would be best looked up in the dictionary or asked about on the help file, or asked about on the forum. You can also get into some about information. A.T. Robertson, and this was his different degrees. For over 75 years, Word Pictures of the New Testament has been a cornerstone of biblical scholarship, etc. So let's close that out. Don't want to change anything. And this kind of brings us to kind of an overview of what we were just talking about. Let's continue on just a little bit further. We can go back to the previous book or topics, jump back a little bit here, or maybe jump forward, things like that. This will take you through various go to the next content item or the next topic in the book. Here we can click to open a preview of this particular topic. We can also create a similar book view with the similar settings here. It has the same color background and various things like that. We can also go onward if you realize, hey, this is kind of small, magnify or minimize. If it's a very large one, you can do the grab mode and you can move it up and down. Let's go back to John. Let's see here, John 1:1. And so then you can move that up and down. Also, if, for example, you want to leave this commentary open while you go to another passage, and so I jump around here, it's no longer linked. Well, I want to return the linking setting. And notice it has a drop down arrow, and in here we can link commentaries, dictionary, books, maps, and link this view even if inactive. And last here is locate the next search match. This would probably be if you're, let's try it. Let's give it a try. Right click in here, and so in the view you also have these book view settings. Go to next, select all, copy, find, look up in, find, and bookmarks. Let's go find, and let's type in Jesus, because let's actually just make it really simple on this. Try the find. You can go to the next one, next one, next one, etc. Okay. This would be something you would need to explore a little bit more. Let's go on back in here, right click again, and this time we're going to click a word, get out of grab mode, click Jesus, and right click it and look up in. Now this is a very good feature, and I'll show you over here in the Greek one. Double click the word, right click it, and look up in. And these were other modules that have this topic available to them. You can find erekomai in Bible and things like that. So let's do that. So net doesn't have that. It maybe will have the Hebrew, or a Greek word here. For example, so return here to the New Testament and to this Greek word rather, and let's right click a Strong's there. Find that, because I know, switch to Boolean search, very good. And we're seeing if we find any matches in here, and we'll try that again. And let's look it up in Bible. We must have the Strong's numbers disabled in Strong's view. Let's try this way. And perhaps it doesn't have that particular Strong's number. Let's see if we can find another one here. Let's try this one. Find in. There we go. Now we got a few different ones. So there's a lot of different things. You can click on links in here, especially if you do personal notes. You can jump around in the Bible. Let's return the Strong's numbers off, or out of hidden from view. And you can go very quickly around in the Bible and search for different things and get into different things. Hopefully this has been a helpful overview of the book view settings. And remember, if you need to get help, go to the help file or go to the forum on theword.net. Also, if you need premium modules, those are available at thewordbooks.com. Thank you. Bye-bye.